Yeah, what up, what up, what up? Got the bull horn out, got the bull shirt on, got the bull hats on. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is your boy Brent Reed, host of Downright Sports Radio, aka the podcast, and this is a quick pop-up podcast. The show took a little break. I talked through the whole entire, when the pandemic happened and with no sports, I talked through that entire thing, but I took a little break. The month of July, we will return full force coming in August, the next week. Actually, August 8th, 9th, if I'm not mistaken. I should probably get my dates right if you're going to promote the show, right? Right. Anyway, subscribe. You can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, Spotify, Anchor, so many different places. Subscribe today. Leave a comment. Become a friend of the show. Tell me what you think. So we can all have fun with that. I'm getting a date. We will be back. That is September 9th. I was right. We'll be back the 9th. So full force. Why did I choose to do a pop-up podcast and simulcast it on Instagram? Because the NBA returned to finish the last part of its season. Kicked off with it kicked off with three marquee teams in two different games. You got Zion Williams and the Pelicans taking on the Utah Jazz, and you had the Lakers take on the Clippers. Both games were exciting. I'm trying to stream these games, and for some strange reason, the damn signal or stream just kept, maybe too many people were watching. All I know is I kept watching the game in fragments. I did get to see a majority of the Lakers-Clippers game, which was exciting for different reasons, and I took some notes on that one. But we're going to touch on the young man who has next, the person that the NBA is drooling and hoping never gets hurt. That's Zion Williamson. He's got it. He has it. He has everything that you want in your professional athlete. He can talk to the press. He gives you the smile. He looks to have fun, and he can play. He is not Steph Curry with the dribble and taking the 3-point shot from the other end of the court. He's not James Harden with the beard. No, he's a old school. Give me the ball. I'm a bully ball you. You in my way. I'm bigger than you. I'm just gonna bully ball you. There was a possession last night where the ball just fell to him. It actually fell to another player on the Jazz, and he just ripped it out the guy's hand. I was a grown man, and that's a few times he's done that. He's just like, give me that. He's 20 years old. He's only going to get stronger. That's a fact. And he lost weight, and he's still, he's just so physically much. They call it country strength. When I first came to Virginia, I knew guys who were little. For example, my college roommate, my assistant coach when I coached basketball, and my teammate in college, Shayron. Shayron couldn't weigh more than $175, $195, if that. But Ron was strong. I'm like, wow, how are you so country strong, Brent? It comes from, he said he used to pick tobacco. He actually used to pick tobacco, cut wood, stuff like that, and it just made him strong. I don't know if Zion has done that, but that kid is just strong. He's an ox, if you will, just pure beef. Pause. But you watch him play, and you pay attention to the details of his game. He doesn't work that hard to score. He uses one or two moves, and he's at the basket. He uses one, he went old school. Give me back to the basket. Give me the ball. If his right shoulder is facing that rim, he's scoring with ease. You're not stopping me. Nobody is stopping him. He gets to I think he had more alley-oops in this game than he has in the previous game. So he's getting to the basket. This minutes restriction crap, they did it to Jordan. They've done it to a lot of players. Baseball is notoriously for doing it because you're afraid. You're afraid. You're hitching your franchise to this guy. You know what I'm saying? You just lost Anthony Davis to the Lakers because the team was trash for so many years. They never surrounded him with none. Zion's actually got some young guys he can learn to grow with and potentially build into something. We just don't know. We hope, but we don't know. And it's going to come down to, will he ultimately become the superstar that we all hope and pray he becomes? Because as of right now, you had so many guys. Penny Hardaway, he had next. Tore his Achilles. I can speak to that. Career was never the same. Grant Hill was deemed next Michael Jordan. Grant Hill could ball. Tore his Achilles. Never the same again. So it's so much like you have to. You want to put the guy in bubble wrap and just be like, please don't get hurt. As much as I hate the minutes restrictions, as much as I hate them not just going out there and just letting the boy ball out and play, you gotta kind of. He's your investment. If he's a stock, if Zion Williamson is a stock, you take the money you have and you invest in him, because the future is bright with that young man. From sponsorships, from games. Will he be a champion? It's a conversation for another day. You need another person to get help with that. And the question is, here's what I would do. I'm not going to stay on the Pelicans too long. If I'm the Pelicans, no BS. As much as Alvin Gentry is a good coach, I'm firing him. He's done nothing in the years he's been there. He's got to go. Everybody says Anthony Davis is the best player in basketball. He did jack. He had Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins at one point. And they were just eighth. They were barely an eighth seed. He's got to go. What I do, I'm looking at a college team, or I'm looking at I want a young coach. Somebody that can speak to this new generation of basketball player, put together with Zion, Ball, Brandon Ingram, and you start building that way. Give Zion his fill. Give Zion the guy he can sit under and learn. They can learn together. Give him his fill. Give him, don't, because sometimes older guys, you get stuck in their ways, man. And, back when I played, this is how we used to do it. Nah. Move him to the side and go get him somebody. And then, not to mention, if you that afraid, because I see if I was the Pelicans this year, I would have let Zion sat out, and I would have went and got one of them younger guys that's getting rid of the kid from Memphis. I would have chase after him, try to draft him, and get Zion a true number 2. Brent, are you tanking? You're damn right I'm tanking, because I'm going to do what it takes to make sure for the next 10 to 15 years, I got a dynasty. I have something to look forward to. Zion will stay in New Orleans if the team is good. Look what Kevin Garnett stayed in Minnesota, and they had to force him out. Literally, they had to force him out. That was just bad ownership, but they had to force him out. Great players will play in bad places if the team is good. Just saying. The other game last night was the Lakers and the Clippers. Some say that's the Western Conference Finals game. That's the game we all should be looking for. It's the game we all should be drooling about. It's the game we all should be we should be salivating for. I'm here to tell you right now, the Lakers are going to win the NBA Finals this year. I don't give a damn what Kawhi Leonard has done. I don't care what, I know everybody loves Paul George. Paul George proved again last night that he can score a lot of points, but he can't win a game. Fact. He had a chance to win the game and he blew it. LeBron James took the worst shot you've ever seen, got his own rebound, and won the game. The difference in good players and legendary players. And if you listen to my show in the past, I purposely beat up LeBron. I use LeBron like a personal punching bag sometimes. But he is proven this year, without a shadow of a doubt, shout out to my man DJ Chase, Kobe was the best. Too bad Kobe never got the chance to play with some of the great guys that he got today. But if you look at LeBron and what he's done this year, LeBron James is the MVP. He's proven to all these young guys out here, all right, you guys want to dribble, you guys want to worry about what your hair looks like. I'm going bald. I'm almost 40. My kid's about to get drafted in another 2-3 years. I'm probably playing on the same team with him. Let me ball out, show you guys how it's done. Let me flex on you one more time. Go back and watch the Jordan documentary. Great players do that type of stuff. LeBron sat last year and listened to how everybody was better than him, how this KD was better than him, how this one was better than him. Don't think he took it personal when Kobe passed away this year. And he's like, dang, Like, what I would have killed to win a championship with Kobe sitting in the front row, and he gets to hand Kobe the trophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe, come celebrate this win with me. He can't do that. So now he's got to go and do it the old-fashioned way. He's got to go out there and get it done the old-fashioned. He's got to now win it with just grit. And he's got Anthony Davis, who's a great player. But if you pay attention to how LeBron's playing, history will teach you everything, guys. Go look at the Lakers from the 80s. Magic Johnson was the best player on that team. Say what you want. Magic was the best. But you know what Magic said? Kareem, this is your team, and you get the ball as many times as you want. But down the stretch, I'm going to show you who's the man. So if you go back and pay attention, Magic made sure Kareem was checked in. He made sure Kareem was the man. He made sure Kareem got his feet rubbed before and after every game. I don't know if that's true, but they did have separate locker rooms. So LeBron said this is Anthony Davis's team. Check mark. That's a veteran player recognizing, hey, I know what I need out this young fella. I need him to be my rock. So what's LeBron do last night? LeBron makes my pack. Go get your 20. LeBron finished the game with 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. And he got the game winner, and they won the game. That's Magic Johnson-like numbers. You know what Magic's got? 5 championships, 3 or 4 league MVPs, but the 5 championships was matter. You know what LeBron's got? 3 championships, and he's trying to get to that level. They will win it this year, giving him his 4th, giving him rare company, guys who have led teams. Larry Bird don't have 4. I'm here to tell you, Larry Bird don't have 4. You hear me? Shaq's got 4. Kobe's got 5. Tim Duncan's got 5. Jordan 6. Pippen 6. Bill Russell 11. Kareem 6. It's not James West, the logo. He's got 2, if that. No, I think he's got 1. I think he's only got 1. I don't know. He's got 1 or 2. Wilt Chamberlain 2. Who else? There's not many guys that got a lot. I'm telling you, it's far and few between cats who's walking around with championships in the 4s that don't sit on the bench. Steve Kerr, Robert Horry, just saying. So mark my words when I tell you right here, right now, the Lakers will win the championship this year. They will beat the Philadelphia 76ers. Why did I say that? I'm taking a lot to think about this. I like Milwaukee, but you just gave the 76ers months. You just gave them from March to August to rest. Joel Embiid has no excuses. Ben Simmons, 0 excuses. Brett Brown, the head coach, 0 excuses. There are no excuses on that team right now. They have the 1-2 punch right now on that team. Not to mention Tobias Harris, good ball player. Good, not great. Relax. Al Horford, good ball player. Good, not great. Relax. They have the tools. They just have to put it all together. And they have the pieces. I would like to see Boston, but Boston I don't think has that extra scorer. Boston's a good, if they were a college team, they would make the tournament every year, but they never get to the Sweet 16. They would get to the Sweet 16 a couple times, but never get to a Final Four because they don't have that guy that gets that extra oomph. The 76ers is built right now like a Kentucky or a Duke. They got the team to get them there. They just need to do it. Stop playing around and just get it done. You know what I'm saying? So next week we're gonna go all NBA, wall to wall, 3 segments NBA. I'm just gonna crush it. May talk football, but football gets boring. I don't know why you guys be like so and so. Like football, just when the game starts, it's exciting. They don't need to talk about football in the offseason. Breaking news from a baseball standpoint: the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers had to postpone their game. St. Louis has 2 guys tested positive for corona. Baseball, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. Like, you can't keep stopping and starting games. This is, as much as I hate to say it, they have to cancel the baseball season. That's it. Baseball, I mean, we have basketball, we have hockey, and football will be back. We don't, just cancel it. Just say, Vanco Dios, pay the players for a full season, just send everybody home, and start all over. Baseball, here's the crazy part. For every player that's complaining right now that baseball don't care about us, baseball wanted to put you in a bubble like the NBA. The MLB had a plan, and you were either going to play games in Arizona or in Florida, and they were going to put you in a bubble, and you turned it down. So you have nobody to blame but yourself. Just saying. Thank you all for listening. Just wanted to touch on it. NBA's back. It's exciting. It's cool. And this little speed thing is going to be real fun. Did I have anything else jotted down on my notes? I was going to talk Kawhi. Like, why didn't he take the last shot last night? That kid's an enigma. Like, he's a great ball player, but, like, remember how, like, Tim Duncan was great, but, like, we could see it? Like, sometimes with Kawhi, it's like, what are we missing with him? Like, he's just such a weird dude. Like, he's so weird. Like, why isn't he taking a last minute shot? Like, if I'm the owner of the Clippers last night, I didn't move heaven and hell to get this kid, paid a lot of money for him. Why is Paul George taking the last shot? Nowhere in Paul George's career says Paul George is a game-winning scorer. The only time he had a game-winning jump shot was in a Gatorade commercial. Look it up. Like, I don't get it. And I don't understand the infatuation about Paul George. I don't know why everybody, like, drools over this guy. If Paul, players get exposed on the Knicks. I really wish Paul George could have signed with the Knicks. Because he would have got exposed. Remember when everybody loved Carmelo? Then he went to sign with the Knicks and everybody hated Carmelo? Enough said. We'll be back with a full show Sunday, August 9th. Be prepared. 3 segments, more music. Subscribe at the bottom. Please subscribe anywhere podcasts are heard. If you're watching on Instagram, whether you watch it now or you watch later, just subscribe. We're going to probably do the first few shows live on IG. I just got to figure out how I'm going to cut up the segments and make it work. I may just have to talk in between and just give you guys my take on the last segment. Just have some fun with that. Shout out to all the people who watched today, especially a special shout out to the godfather of this podcast, the one, the only DJ Chase. On a sappy note, just check Chase out on his Instagram at djchase.com. Go check him out at the Worldwide Sounds Instagram. Hit him up at his YouTube channel. You can get a lot of interviews there. So, the DJ to the independents, baby. Independent music is where it's at. If you're thinking you need to sign a record label, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? So his award, I'm start calling him this now, the award-winning DJ Chase, because that's where it matters at. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well, doesn't matter. Enjoy. You guys be safe out there. Please mask it up, and we'll see you guys next week. Fully staffed. I mean, full wall to ball, balls to walls, whatever. I'm going to make breakfast. Deuces, everybody.